Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're taking a look at something absolutely fascinating, a highly debated ancient manuscript known as the Gospel of Thomas. Now, instead of looking at this through the usual lens of traditional religious dogma, we're going to dive into it impartially. Think of it as a deeply mystical framework for self-discovery. We're going to explore concepts drawn directly from this text, which is essentially a collection of secret sayings attributed to Jesus, and these sayings totally challenge conventional views of reality, divinity, and human potential. It's a profound inward journey, so let's just jump right in. Okay, let's dive into this. Right out of the gate, the text hooks us with this incredibly dramatic opening promise. Whoever finds the interpretation of these words will not experience death. I mean, wow. According to this very first saying, or logion, we aren't talking about memorizing a list of rules or waiting around for an afterlife. It's suggesting that if you can unlock the true meaning of these secret words, you attain a kind of ultimate, transcendent life right here, right now. The implication here is massive. Salvation or enlightenment isn't just handed to you, it's something you literally have to uncover through your own active interpretation. But make no mistake, this text makes it crystal clear that this uncovering, it's an active and honestly sometimes difficult process. Logion 2 actually lays out a specific psychological journey. Step 1, you have to seek. You've got to actively pursue this understanding. But then comes step 2, where you will be troubled or confused. The text totally recognizes that confronting deep truths about yourself and reality, well, it's disorienting. It shakes up literally everything you thought you knew. But if you push through that disruption, you reach step 3. You will be amazed, and ultimately, you will rule over the all. It promises that this confusing, messy path is exactly what leads to absolute personal mastery.
Section 1. The kingdom is within. An internal state.
So this is where the Gospel of Thomas radically departs from traditional frameworks. It shifts the focus entirely away from an external, future paradise to a present, internal state of being. And this brilliantly illustrates that exact shift. The text explicitly warns us against conventional views. It says, if your leaders tell you the kingdom is up in the sky, well, the birds are going to get there before you do. If it's in the sea, the fish will beat you to it. It completely rejects the idea of a physical heaven out there in the clouds. Instead, it redefines divine reality altogether. The kingdom is both inside you and outside you. It's not a physical destination on a map. It's a pervasive state of awareness that exists directly within us and all around us.
To actually access this state, though, the text demands some really profound introspection. Logion 3 goes on to say, "When you know yourselves, then you will be known. But if you do not know yourselves, then you dwell in poverty." Think about that. In this philosophy, the ultimate poverty has absolutely nothing to do with your bank account or material wealth. It's spiritual ignorance. Lacking self-knowledge is seen as the truest, deepest form of poverty because you're failing to recognize your own inherent connection to the divine, the living Father. Self-knowledge is literally the exclusive key to unlocking this internal kingdom.
Section 2. The illusion of the material world. Physical reality.
Now, once you've turned your focus inward, your view of the external world naturally has to change, right? Now, what's really interesting about this perspective is the incredibly stark imagery it uses. Logion 56 says, "Whoever has come to understand the world has found only a corpse." I know, it's a jarring metaphor, but it represents a radical take on physical reality. The argument here is that compared to the eternal, internal spirit, the material world is entirely fleeting. It's static. It's ultimately lifeless, like a corpse. So when the text says that finding this corpse makes you superior to the world, it means that once you truly realize just how temporary and hollow material wealth and physical reality really are, they lose all their power over you. You just aren't bound by them anymore.
Because the material world is viewed as fleeting, true value is portrayed as something deeply concealed beneath the surface. It requires serious dedication to find, and the text relies heavily on parables to drive this home. Take the sower, for example, where only seeds that land on good soil actually bear fruit, highlighting how incredibly rare true receptivity is. Then you have the merchant who sells absolutely everything he owns just to possess a single priceless pearl, or the person who buys a field completely unaware that a massive treasure is hidden right there beneath the dirt. The common thread running through all of these is undeniable. Ultimate value, spiritual truth, is deeply hidden within the mundane world. You have to cultivate it, prioritize it above everything else, and really dig for it.
Section 3. Making the two one. Merging dualities.
So what exactly happens when you finally dig deep enough? Let's see how this builds in Logion 22, which explains exactly what it means to make the two one. You see, we constantly divide our world into opposites, right? Inner versus outer, upper versus lower, male versus female. But the text argues that to enter the kingdom, you have to merge these dualities. You have to make the inner like the outer, the above like the below, collapsing these opposites so completely that the labels just disappear entirely. It's suggesting that true understanding requires us to transcend the polarized, divided way our human minds normally categorize reality, allowing us to achieve a state of pure, unified consciousness.
And achieving this unified state isn't just about having a peaceful feeling. It's profoundly powerful. The text actually says, when you make the two one, you will say to the mountain, move away, and it will move. That is a stunning metaphorical claim. By dissolving all those internal divisions and aligning completely with the true nature of reality, you achieve absolute unity of mind and spirit. And this unity, it grants a level of realization and power so extraordinary that, metaphorically speaking, moving a literal mountain becomes possible.
Section 4. The light inside a person. The ultimate essence.
This incredible realization of inner unity naturally leads us to a pretty big question. What is the ultimate essence that the seeker actually finds inside themselves? Well, the source text describes it using this beautiful, vivid metaphor in Logion 24. There is light within a man of light, and it illuminates the whole world. It imparts this profound belief that humanity inherently carries a divine illuminating spark. You don't have to go out and seek the light from some external source. You are the source. But there's a stark warning attached. If he does not shine, he is darkness. It places the responsibility entirely squarely on you. The light is absolutely there, but if you don't actively engage in the journey to let it shine, you remain in spiritual darkness. So the crucial point is revealed right here in Logion 1:13. When the disciples actually ask when the kingdom is coming, the text delivers the ultimate twist. The kingdom of the Father is already spread out upon the earth, and people do not see it. The destination we've been talking about this whole time, it isn't some future apocalyptic event. It's not a faraway paradise in the clouds. It's a current, present reality. The divine kingdom is already fully here, literally woven into the fabric of the earth itself. The only thing missing is human perception. The entire inward journey is simply about taking off the blinders of ignorance, so that you can finally see what has been sitting right in front of you the whole time. And that brings us to our final thought. The text reminds us that in this mystical framework, time and discovery aren't just a straight line. It asks, have you discovered the beginning to look for the end? It's arguing that the beginning and the end are actually the exact same place. By discovering your true original nature, the beginning, you automatically understand your ultimate destiny, the end. It's this beautiful, cyclical, eternal loop of self-discovery. So I want to leave you to ponder this. If the kingdom is already here and the light is already inside you, what's stopping you from discovering your own beginning? Thanks for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning and always keep looking inward.